Here's a graphic of Scout's story I've put together. There's a lot here, so I'll break it down. Scout disperses at 9 months of age to an area several miles away and lives alone there for 2.5 years. It becomes her territory. 2.5 years later, Hunter disperses from another territory at 1.5 years of age, driven out by brothers. He's welcomed by Scout and they become buddies. She always remains close to her territory, whereas he roams occasionally. I found him several times far to the west of the area. During this same time frame, another coyote, Wired, and older than 2 female, is nabbed and radio collared as she wanders through the Presidio. After wandering some more, she arrives in Scout's territory several weeks later. This is 5 months after Hunter got there. There's a vicious territorial battle between Scout and Wired. Scout loses and is forced to leave. There's room only for 1 alpha female on any territory. And Hunter leaves when Scout does, but not with her. Scout attempts returning to her territory several times, but is repulsed by Wired, so goes back to her hideout. Wired begins pursuing her there, returning afterwards to what is now her territory. Scout flees further, but keeps returning to her old hideout and even once to her lost territory. Wired continues her pursuit. Several other observations should be included here. 1, I observed a dispersing youngster passing through Scout's territory several months after Hunter arrived. This was 2 days after Wired was radio collared. This coyote had amazingly similar traits to Hunter and his siblings. I'm wondering if she is a younger sibling from the same family. Right after Scout's battle, I documented Hunter hanging out happily with Wired in Scout's lost territory. He left right after that. A month later, Hunter's father comes and is seen in the territory hunting with Wired. He goes back. These 3 observations are revealing. The dispersing youngster who so resembles Hunter may be a younger sibling from the same family. Wired being with Hunter and Wired being with Hunter's dad tells me they know each other and may be from the same family. I've seen Wired before, but I can't find her picture. That a number of them moved within months of each other suggests a family upheaval. Coyotes are territorial. They fight for and defend their turfs. They are social and interact all the time and have family ties. The wanderings here were put together based on my visual identification of individuals in different families I've observed over the years, and with the help of a couple of field cameras. The saga continues. Wired and Scout are continuing their battle. I see them every several days, either firsthand or in the trap cams. Hunter is removed from the situation and lives in his wooded neighborhood. Hunter's dad returned to his territory further north. Sibling may be in the same area as Hunter. Hunter is seen sometimes with a smaller coyote who I haven't yet definitively identified. What follows are 2 pages of photos with the characters involved in this story. Pause the video to read the captions about them. 2 dispersals from 2 different parks who end up together. An intruder with a radio collar changes everything.